Now, we showed you all the spooky, sweet treats before. Now it's time to talk a little bit about sugar alternatives, because there are a lot of ways that you can make your food sweet without using refined sugar.
Absolutely.
So many different ways. I know we were using the dates as roaches, but we're going to use the dates
now they're
differently.
not so roachy.
No, they're not so roachy now. Let's start with these two sources here. What are those?
Okay, so this is your traditional white sugar. This is what everyone's probably got in there. Yeah, that they've got. That. So this is. And what we use here with brown sugar is actually just a combination of molasses and white sugar. So sometimes when you think you're not using refined and you're using brown sugar, actually, it's really just kind of the same thing. A little bit better for you with health benefits with the molasses, but really just the same thing.
It's the same thing, and a lot of people do think, oh, it's brown sugar, it's better. It's no better.
It's a tiny bit
bit because you have the molasses in there.
Yeah, exactly, but it's not really that much different. It's a great way to substitute. And then we've got, here we've got cane sugar.
So is cane sugar any better for you?
Yes, cane sugar is just really evaporated cane
juice?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So
and that's maybe has more properties in it that are going to be better for you?
Exactly. And it just doesn't have all the stuff that white sugar would have in extracting the color and, you know what I mean, to make it white.
Because they've basically stripped everything off of sugar in order to make it like that, and that's what we're missing. We're missing some of the properties that might give you more nutrients, whatever.
Exactly, for in here. So then here we've got the coconut sugar.
How's that?
Which is, it's
like, would you say, is it healthier for you?
It is. It's much better for you just because it's coconut. It's the same properties that you would get with coconut, so it's much better for you in terms of it's got antioxidants, and it's much better for you in general. No sugar is really going to be good for you.
Right.
You will never get me saying it's bad for you because it's sugar. It's so delicious, but it's going to be it's a better alternative.
So we know that coconut oil is being used all the time.
For everything.
For everything.
For everything.
Coconut water, people are drinking
milk
it.
as well.
Coconut milk.
Cream is used a lot in place of whipped cream.
Yes.
And
so there is something about coconuts that's really sort of a good source for you. So you can consider that. Okay, so we've got cane sugar, we've got the refined sugar, which we're trying to do sort of without.
We've got honey
what's
here.
that one? Honey.
Honey.
Okay.
Honey is one of those great ways that you can use, another thing that everyone's got that you can use to replace in cakes and in baking. I wouldn't necessarily do it as much in cookies, but more in cakes and muffins and cupcakes, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Because you can up the amount of dry ingredients or put less of the amount of wet ingredients and do a pretty even trade with a little bit of baking soda, because it does have it needs a little bit to help it rise a little, because it's going to be heavier.
It's going to be a little dense. And honey is just good for you because, not good for you, but it's more natural. It's natural. It hasn't been refined.
I mean, a lot of honey has been refined, so you can still look for
the raw.
Yeah, exactly.
Raw,
much
organic?
better for you.
Okay, let's talk about these cookies. They may look the same. They actually have different ingredients in them.
Yes, this one I've done with regular white sugar, and this one with cane sugar, and you can tell there's not much of a difference really between the two of them in the look, and I'm sure the taste.
Yeah. So, but this one might be a little bit healthier for you.
Yeah, much just a little bit better for you.
Okay.
In terms of, and then because for my sugar cookies, I use both cane with regular sugar as well as icing sugar. So in case you need something to bulk up with icing sugar, what I do is I just whiz the cane sugar in a coffee grinder and add some tapioca starch, because regular icing sugar is really just white sugar with cornstarch.
Oh, I see. Okay. And what about this?
These are carrot muffins. So where carrots and apples are also natural sweeteners, so you don't necessarily need as much sugar, and I've sweetened that one with honey.
Okay, nice. So also natural sweeteners. The dates we talked about a little bit earlier, but also cranberries and raisins.
Yes, very, very sweet. I generally don't like raisins as in my desserts.
Yeah.
However, if you soak them and then puree them, so you have a paste with either with cranberries and dates, all of them. You can, if you have a paste, then you have something that's a little bit not quite as wet as a honey or a molasses, but you also have that natural sweetener.
Okay, and these please tell me they're all good for me.
I'm not going to say anything because they're just not. Yeah. Well, what I've used is dark chocolate chunks instead of milk, and this is the same thing. I've used cane sugar here and regular white sugar for there.
So you can get the same cookie just using ingredients that might be a little bit better for you. Thank you, Adjoa. Okay, let's go to break. We've got more coming up.